everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Ashley arrives at the Abbott house and Tracy asks where she's been. She and Jack have been trying to reach her all evening. Ashley, beaming, tells her she's been at the club. I spoke with Tucker. I told him that he was right and I was wrong. Taken aback, Tracy asks what changed her mind. Ashley says that her friend in Paris is a psychologist. He asked her some questions that got her thinking. Why would Tucker pay off an entire waitstaff? He thinks that Tucker is a narcissist, and if that's the case, their actions need to generate a positive outcome for them. She had to ask herself how the supposed big lie advanced his agenda and created a positive outcome for him. That was a game changer for her. Ashley tells Tracy she realized that Tucker had nothing to gain by lying. She created this entire scenario to get out of her marriage. Tracy's glad to hear she has a new sense of calm and freedom. But she has to ask, why did you go to Tucker first with this realization? Ashley just thought she had to tell him to his face. Tracy asks how he responded. Ashley laughs that he was suspicious, and she doesn't blame him. She's just happy to be free of the anger. Tracy asks, this doesn't change your situation with Tucker, does it? In the GVAC, Tucker walks up to Nate and needles that for someone with a booming career and swanky penthouse apartment, he certainly spends a lot of time there. Is it because of the steak frights or the Audra Charles? Nate asks if he's jealous of his friendship with Audra. Tucker is a little concerned he'll distract her, maybe even convince her to drive a stake through my heart. Nate thinks just about anyone would like to drive that stake. Tucker lets Nate know he's not a worthy adversary as Audra walks in the door. Tucker tells Nate he's blown any chance he had with Audra romantically, and now he's hanging around like an annoying fly at a barbecue. Nate is fine with Tucker underestimating him. That's when he's at his most dangerous. Tucker warns he'll never let him come between him and Audra. Nate muses that they'll have to wait and see how it all shakes down. He walks past Tucker and Audra, stops him at the door to tell him that he doesn't need to protect her from Tucker or anyone else. Nate insists he's only trying to be a friend. She accuses him of expecting something in return, or just wanting to prove he can go toe-to-toe with Tucker. Nate tells her Tucker has no redeeming qualities, and he doesn't want to watch her walk off a cliff without saying something. Audra tells him to back off. This isn't his battle to fight. He'll never understand her relationship with Tucker or the stakes at play here. Nate narrows his eyes. You're right, it's none of my business. He walks out and Tucker approaches to hedge that the guy's fixation with her is only getting worse. Tucker and Audra relocate to a table and Audra muses that Tucker and Nate are fixated on each other, not her. She asks about their trip to Paris. He'll get on it in a couple of days. Audra asks about the work portion of the trip. Tucker's less than enthusiastic. Audra asks, all right, what is it? Something's got his attention, and it's not her. I want to know what it is. Michael arrives at the ranch and asks Victor how's Nikki doing. He says she's doing better. There's something he needs to ask him. What strings would they need to pull to get Claire an early release from the psych ward? Michael balks, feeling that Claire is hardly far enough along in her treatment to leave. She's had a lifetime of hatred instilled in her, which one doesn't get past in an instant. Victor has talked to her and knows where her head is at. She's in support of this. He can assure the doctors he'll provide the best therapy on the outside. Victor thinks it would also be an advantage if Claire was more easily accessible. Michael realizes what he's up to and asks if he's really willing to use his own granddaughter as bait. Victor insists she's eager to help. Michael has another question. Have you run this plan by Cole and Victoria? Victor thinks they'll love the plan once they realize it's been successful. Victoria and Cole arrive at the hospital to visit Claire, who is with her young friend again. They watch them playing cards and exchange a smile. When the girl leaves, Claire talks about how much she loves spending time with Nadia. She can relate to her, but for different reasons. Cole's impressed by her insight and empathy. Victoria thinks she's helping the child. Claire feels Nadia has been more of a positive influence on her. She has a way of making everyday things fun. She wishes she had a friend like her when she was young. Victoria and Cole are glad she's feeling rejuvenated and relaxed. Claire feels lighter.